Hey, how are you doing, love? Let me just test this mic. 1 2 1 2. I did have mic problems. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear it. Hey, Brandy. And awesome. Hey, Dana. Hey, Janet. So yesterday, during the end of my stream, I had some issues, some complications. For some reason, when I'm on Google Hangouts, this is not the first time that it happens, but it mutes out like towards the end. I think after it hits like 2.5 hours or so, for some reason, it kind of audio kind of can go in and can go out. And yesterday, it just pretty much went out. So doesn't happen today, but if it does happen, then just be aware that this is just something that I'm dealing with. I did order another mic, which is like a jack mic. This one's a USB plug mic. It'll fix whatever the issue is. Maybe it's just too much on the USB ports. I'm really not sure. 10, so that can be part of the problem. Also, see that common thing for people. So I didn't feel too bad when I saw that, but I'm gonna try a different mic just in case. So be doing the embellishments for the shadow box. Hello, Timber. So much did a little bit of work on it yesterday, but I was really super tired. Doing the live stream and just everything else in general. So you guys know how that goes. And so I added some trim along the edges, which I'm probably gonna add more trim, base or something to that effect. I did go ahead and Mod Podge the whole thing, so everything is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but everything is kind of glossy. I also went ahead and added some gold to the outside of all the textured embossed paper that I added around there. A little chip in there. So I did that, and I'm probably gonna add more. And all these edges are gonna end up laced up, just so that I can cover, all the everywhere that I placed, the cardboard and where I glued everything. And then this is also gonna get covered up. All of that today. But what I do want to work on is the creating of the embellishments. So, for those of you guys that were with me yesterday, Isabel, if I can kind of borrow her idea, she had made this really cute like embellishment out of a pill bottle. Now, I didn't do what she did exactly, but the idea of reusing or repurposing the pill bottle was definitely her idea. So I give credit to her for that. But what I did do is instead of embellishing it how she did, I turned it into like a vase. You guys can see that. Here's the cap for that. And what I did is I painted it. Well, I just sold the bottle first. Then I painted it with gold metallic paint. And I added like this lace fabric all around it. Added some of the bling, added some of the pearls. And then I glued on, I had glued like all these little yellow roses on there. Oh, hello, Lynn. Welcome to my channel. Hi, Tanya. Thank you so much. I hope that it's clear enough. Let me know if you guys need me to adjust a bit on the camera. But so what I did is I kind of hot glued to the edges, to the sides of the bottle. I the tip and then I just kind of put them in at an angle so that I can kind of move them around whichever way I wanted. Stickers that was gifted to me, these little butterfly stickers, which I thought fit the theme kind of nice because they're pinkish and stuff. So I used some of these stickers and they're kind of dimensional. They're pretty much in pieces. On this one, I added some like really shiny bling, and then this one I just left it the way it was. And I just thought it was really cute and go, I think, on one of these. so, just to give it like some kind of a center focus. Um, or it can go here. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna place it, but it's gonna be hot glued in. Pretty much make some other adornments and embellishments that are gonna go into some of these different places. Print out any images as yet, so I might leave an opening or two with nothing in them so that I can go ahead and just print out some pretty little that I can go ahead and just glue into them in Mod Podge into the back. But for the most part, I really do like the rustic kind of look of it, even though it's kind of shabby. But I do like the distressed look of it with the cardboard and just all the different textured and areas that it already has. So I'm not gonna go too crazy because as it is overall, I really do like just how dimensional and just how it all looks already. Um, yeah, I got my hook gun. I got my glue gun. Have it ready. And then I just pretty much picked up some of the embellishments that I did before. Like when I did all of those other embellishments, remember that live stream that I did, it was just pure embellishments. And I made these two right here. So I think I'm definitely gonna be using these somewhere. Other kind of embellishments and just make this really cute and really shabby. Yeah, because you guys know my shabby index is not that high. Um, Thanks, love. So for the most part, we're gonna, I'm gonna try to do my best to kind of fill in a lot of these other gaps. I don't want to overwhelm it too much because that tends to be my MO. Every time I touch something, I tend to, it's like old 50s hairstyles. I add a lot of hairspray and I make it as big as I possibly can. So, I'm gonna try not to overwhelm it too much so that you guys can still see like, well, the background and just all of the other things that are happening here. But I thought I already had somewhere of an idea of how where I'm gonna go with this. So I do have a few other pieces that I can go ahead and add in here. These are all some of the wood chips that I made that day with the embellishments. Some other pieces that I might incorporate in here. Wood chip bird. Um, So we're gonna see where we're gonna go, and then I'm gonna create them first, and then we'll do the placing after, and we'll just see where it goes, and then whatever areas I feel like is missing something, I'll probably add lace or some kind of bling or just think up something. And yeah, I also little wood hanger. This will make something nice for me to kind of attach this to the back of the painting, hang it. Well, the back of the so she can hang it when she receives it. So at least she can kind of hang it on the wall. And I thought this would be a cool way to kind of use this. Kind of fit in one of the boxes. That's something that I can shabby up. But we have that. I really don't have a clue as to how I'm gonna go about this. So did you hear the news? But if I don't think it'll fit, I think it's too big. Like if I use a landscape, fit this. So I have to use a portrait size. Maybe it's too big. It literally won't fit in any of the spots because the wings extend to space going that way. So I'm thinking that I'm probably just gonna either glue it up in the top somewhere or glue it somewhere down below or like the heart will fit. I can definitely probably add the heart somewhere. The heart will definitely fit. But if I'm gonna add one, then I have to make another. How I'm gonna go about it, just probably putting it on the edge. Because for right now, I think that the flowers is the little vase bottle. I think that's gonna be kind of like the focal point because it's got all the bling and the really pretty butterflies already on it. Probably put that in the middle and then just work around it and try to create some kind of a very relaxed kind of seen. So again, if you know, for all of you guys that are coming in, I did have some technical issues with the mic yesterday, and then my audio goes off and it does not come back. Cut it short, but hopefully it'll give me enough time that I can kind of get this going. So I'm gonna go ahead and see where I'm gonna start with this so that I can start building some pieces. I want to do some die cutting. That's what I want to do. Some die cutting. The thing is that the compartments are not that big, so it's really hard to kind of add die cut pieces in it. See what I have, and I'm also gonna check like my sticker stash, what I can come up with from the sticker stash, and see if I have anything that's good enough to go in here, and how I can kind of. I did want to go ahead and some of this as a trim, and this is the die that I got from eBay that I showed you guys yesterday. So I do want to go ahead and add this as a trim to some of the border. How I think. Okay, well maybe this will this fit. I gotta see which dies are gonna fit in here and which ones are not. So I already know that my center compartment is kind of done. I should have measured that that vase before I did it. But when I thought about doing it sideways, I was like, okay, this would have been cute if I could have made this to add it in here. It's like the little it's like a little locket. Let me just see. And I did want to add this one as well. But I gotta see go about even adding something like this. I think probably in the bottom somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and die cut those and just see where I go from there. And I'm probably gonna die cut quite a few of them because I'm gonna make it as thick as I possibly can, especially for this piece here. Flimsy and just moving around anywhere. So I think probably 3 or 4 of these glued together will make a nice sturdy piece that I can use. And then we'll just see how it all goes down. Okay. Dima Janet. Thank you, my darling. I got some clothespins. I could do that too. I'm gonna see. Right now, I'm just gonna start building, and then and what doesn't go is gonna go in a goodie bag, and I'll just give it to you extra. Hi, Judy. So Judy already. So I'm gonna just grab my little cuddle bug wonder over here. Um, some plates. Doo-doo. Goal was to have a lot of this done earlier, cutting and stuff like that, but I honestly did not have time. Today was just one of those hectic days. Just could not for the life of me get things done on time. And I went to sleep so late yesterday because I go into OCD when I start creating. I hate leaving projects halfway done. Oh my god, that drives me crazy. So I was still working on this thing even after we finished yesterday's live. Let's see. Let me just get some cardstock. And I'm gonna go with white, but I think what I'm gonna do with this cardstock is I'm gonna stamp it all out. I'm gonna stamp the cardstock out first. I cut it so that it has some kind of, white, and then I'll probably add a little bit of pink here and there, or some gold, or just something to kind of, give it a little bit more life. I'm gonna put this to the side for right now. And I have a hot mess on my desk, you guys. You have no idea. So let's see. Where's my favorite stamp in the whole wide world? Here it is. I love this script stamp. I use it on everything. You have some of this and something signature right there. It's like a signature piece. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stamp a whole bunch of this paper out, pass it through the machine. That way, at least the stamping is done. It's a lot easier to stamp it before you emboss it than to stamp it after, because obviously with the embossing, you're gonna miss this here and there. So I'm gonna do that first. And I really don't care which way the writing is going once you know I die cut it. So sometimes I will care, but I'm gonna be adding paint to this as well after the fact. So about that too much. I'm just gonna get all this print on here for now, and then I'll worry about the rest. I really gotta get one of these big ones on the Memento ink, because this little dewdrop is good for small places, but sometimes you want to ink quick, do it little piece by little piece. Way to go about doing something fast. Just want to see how it looks. I should be able to get quite a couple of cuts out of here. Um, Measure this die out so that I can get somewhat of a precise strip, if you will. Put this here. So I'm gonna just kind of fold this over and just see how wide it is, so that I know more or less where to cut, where the highest points are. But I've been using it lately quite often because it's really wide, and it kind of helps me to. This die right here does not cut all the way around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep that border down in the bottom. I want to keep that border so that I have something to attach it to the lip. I'm just that part there. I'm kind of tracing this out right now. Well, not tracing it, but to have some kind of spacing. You gotta make sure this is straight, because otherwise that should be fine, because once it cuts out, it's gonna cut that piece out anyway. So I should be able to get at least 6 from this right here, wise. Let me just grab this other tool real quick. Grab my little cutting board here and just slice this into a couple strips so that I can get this show on the road. How's everybody doing today? Doing good. Awesome, Kiki. I was just using my guides to create some sections for myself. And then I have the magnet thing, so hopefully that'll hold these in place. Too crazy trying to line. That should be more than enough for making one. I only want the one lip. I don't want it to have these lips everywhere. I know that sounds so crazy, but you know what I mean. So let's see. Some washi tape, not so much for the dye, but more so for the paper. Let me see, can I do it this way? And I'm using these little lines, these indicators that it already has on the mat itself to kind of know where I'm going to be taping my paper down. Paper right on the actual guiding line that it already has. Get that little border. I'm going to see if this will actually work for me the way I want it to. Hopefully it will. The first one and see if I get lucky. Okay, Cuttlebug, do your thing. Give her a little push. Why are you not cutting? Do I have too many plates on here? No, I got the right thing. Do not give up on me today. I need you now more than ever. Oh, wait. Sorry. Using the wrong plate. When you're using the magnet, you got to use 2B plates. And if that's the case, then I have to put this one in the bottom plate and this one on the top. And now this one. A magnet plate. Now I don't have to worry so much about, there we go. Now I don't have to worry so much about around. If I add a little bit of tape on the paper, I should be good to go. And I'm passing this quite a number of times because that it does cut everything out. I'm using this dye, so I'm not really sure how the final product is going to look. So I am gonna have to probably do some trimming around this dye. Because like I said, it does have, it doesn't cut all the way around. It's just like one of those, I wanna say borderish type dyes. Wrong, so, okay, we're gonna try this again. I don't really like how that one came out. I think I did that one wrong. So I'm not gonna fuss with this too much. If it doesn't work for me the way I want it, I will be giving up. Only because I have so many other things that I have to do. If anything, I'll probably revisit it later on. But I don't want to waste too much time on this part of it. All right, so let's do this again. And this time I put it with the print facing down. This is what I should have done from the get-go. And let's see if this one did a better job for me than the other one. This is supposed to have like all these intricate little pieces that are kind of revealed. Part you kind of cut off. Where's the thing? Like this whole little section here, but it's not really 100% in love with right now, so I'm gonna let it go. It'd be good for something else, but it probably won't be good for this. This die I think is better for embossing than it is for die cutting. We'll let that go. Let me move on to the next one that I have on the list. Where's my other little flower one? Here it is. Make sure I get enough for this one. Should be fine. Just make sure I cover as much of those flowers as possible. I do not want to waste paper. I don't have to do too many, so just a few. What question, Dana? What was your question, darling? So this one did a way better job for me. I wanted it to cut. And I think this will give it a nice touch. Delicate though, I will say that. It's very delicate. No, I don't shop at Ali because they owe me money. So I tried it. I bought my molds from there and I just was like, nuts. I right here from eBay. All my dyes. Anything that you guys see me share with you, eBay's dyes or stamps, they're always from eBay. Say something else, but eBay. It, in this case, it's okay to assume, but it's really pretty. It's really dainty, and I think this will look really cute on some of these like little lip areas. I've hang them from there. So we're gonna do a few more. Let's see how this goes. Let me just clean this out. Even if I want to just glue them into the background, I can do that, and I think it'll add a nice touch. It's just a lot of little things to clean up after. I'll tell you that. I have the price for it. I have all my stuff written down. So if you want to know how much it costs, just let me know and I'll get the price for you. I think it was like 189 or something like that on eBay. But you might be able to get it cheaper because I think I bought it from a high seller, like a expensive seller, as opposed to a cheap seller on there. Let me put the writing down. Whenever you have printed paper, if you want your printed sections to come out embossed or raised or whatever, you put that printed section down. I'm learning that the hard way because I keep sections up, and then what I find is that it cups on the wrong side. If I want those little pieces to have some kind of dimension, then I have to remember that I have to put the printed side down. And remember to always rotate. If you have a cutter bug, remember to always rotate your plates up and down because that's another lesson I learned the hard way. So alternating your plates is a good thing. Same side ends up warping your plates. So you want them to last a little longer. Put them every now and then. Every couple cuts, use the other side. Yeah, the first one, because the first one, it's an embossing. embossing. It does cut. It cuts that little top edge. For embossing, I don't have an embossing mat. I use foam, and I really don't want to go through the trouble of getting it. So I might add it in later. Figure, okay, I'll go through the trouble now. But I don't want to waste the time looking for that now. Time for crafting today. Any little things that I missed or where I feel like it needs, because I know I have like some white areas here, then I'll just go into that later and stamp it out. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'll keep the momentum going. I'm going to look to see what other dyes I have that I think will fit in here. Other dyes that are coming, but they're not here yet. Those will get here soon. And a few stamp sets. 3 of them arrived so far. I still have a few more that are going to be getting here any day now. These plates are rather new, so this is why the dye is sticking to the plastic, because they're new. So I finally had to, RIP my other plates because they were looking like hammocks. They wasn't even looking like plates anymore. I used them till I couldn't use them no more. I still have them there, but I figure in case of an emergency, if I have to. But overall, I got me some new B plates. My C plate is still going strong. And Brandy, who's left-handed crafter, gifted me an A plate, so I'm good there for a while. I just hope I do this thing justice. Okay, come on. I have actually a stamp set that I got from eBay. It's like little houses. I'm gonna actually stamp one of those little houses out. If I color it in and stuff, those little houses in there. One of the little window displays, one of the little other areas. This is the bad thing about this, is just having to clean up all these um, little spots after you're done. So I think that's it for my pieces of paper. So I'm gonna put these where I can fit them. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. And some of them might end up in the inside, some of them might end up in the outside. It really all depends. I might use them, I might not, but I figured I'd have them handy just in case, because I did think about them in the shadow box. So I did them just to have them there, just to be on the safe side. These are cute. It's just all these little pieces you gotta clean out. It's like, OMG. So careful. It's really sharp though. It does cut well. I just want to make sure I do not mess up my very first dye that I bought from eBay. I thought, I was like, what the heck is this? Because it didn't have one of those little poke holes so that you can push the paper out. And I went through hell and back. I hardly use that dye because of it. I love it because it's so pretty. Pretty nice card with it. But it was such a pain in the butt. And I'm like, okay, do these things aren't they supposed to have some kind of holes? Get crazy and I make sure that I look at the picture if they have them available, and make sure I see the little push holes, so that I don't get stuck with another dye that doesn't have a hole in it. Everybody was telling me, drill a hole. Like, am I really gonna go and get a drill and drill a hole in this baby? Yeah, no, that's not me. Things, but holes in metal is not one of them, I don't think. Let me just Okay, little flower bouquet is now getting in my way. Let me just see what else I see here that I can kind of pull out. Mostly, I have a lot of flowers and stuff like that. Um, I'm more in love with like nature stuff than other things. Um, Maybe I can use this little perfume bottle. But if I'm gonna do that, kind of cushion for the cushion. Let me see if I find the foam. This stuff. Let me see if I find it quickly. If I don't find it quickly, I'm not gonna. No. I just reorganized my whole space. So I'm like, if I don't see it in one spot, then I'm pretty sure it's in the other huge box, and I really don't want to go through that right now. So this maybe it'll come out for me. If it doesn't, at least I'll have the shape. I can always draw in the rest of the details, so it won't be a complete failure. At least I'm that level. And get me some paper. I'm gonna double it up. Maybe doubling it up or tripling it up will help it to emboss a little bit better. So I just pretty much folded the paper into four, and let's see if I get lucky. Maybe that'll help it to kind of catch the grooves. Ate already. I made beef stew with rice and beans today. Yeah, baby, this was a hard one to crank it through. And let's see. So that's the ticket. I was able to emboss it by doubling up, actually quadrupling it up on the paper, and I was able to at least cut out two. So that helps me out. Make it nice and firm, and add these little perfume bottles in there. Uh, they got the little grooves in them, so that'll work. Let me see where else. Like, what did I get this from? What else is in here that maybe I can use? I have one that has like three forms of this. Let me see if I find it, because now that done opened me up to a whole different situation that maybe I can alter dresses and add an alter dress on one of the forms and add it in there. Okay. I have these things color coordinated, but I forgot which color. So we have some scissors and some this, that, and the third. Ahead and just keep using that same paper and cutting more. Boy, there's a lot of static happening right now. This one out, and well, I need to do it this way. I'm gonna cut that one out. I'm gonna cut that one out. Scissors, thing in the little perfume bottle. Maybe I should put these over here. Making sure, nope, that's not gonna do it. Let me get another one. See, for these is fine, but cut two of them at the same time for me, so I'm just gonna try this and see. I should put the other ones in here. Maybe a sideways one and see how that looks. through. Let's see. Two double or nothing. Let's see. So that's pretty good, you guys. This is cardstock. 10-pound cardstock. It's that Nina White, whatever it's called, cardstock. Folded it over, and it pretty much cut clean through um, on both sides. So I think that's pretty good for that. Let me get my little sheet here. This one goes here. So does this. My scissors got that. Not gonna worry about the buttons. And let's see. I think that's pretty good for that. No mermaids today. Um, I think that'll be pretty much all she wrote on the die cutting for now. Yeah, I think that'll be it for me on the die cutting. So we put this away. Exactly do you think you are going? You stay right there. So let me just get that. Oh boy. Alrighty, so that's that. I have all of these little pieces here. It was really gonna look cute, but without the proper embossing, it's not going to do what I want it to do. So I'm not gonna go crazy with it right now. Put these little scraps right here for now. Get them out of my hair. Put this die back. I do not want to lose my dies. And I still have to mount these on metallics. Not metallics, magnets. All right, so that's that, that's that, that's that. I'm gonna start kind of getting these things in there. What happens? These little things drive me crazy. I gotta get myself one of those roller tapey things that you use on your clothes to get lint off. I think those would be pretty much perfect for picking up all these little bits of paper. So just bear with me, you guys, because I'm about to make more mess. And with this mess, I don't know if I'll survive. We have that going on. So these are my die cuts. Cuts with the view. So we have 4 of these. That's pretty decent. And then we have, ow. Oh, it's hot, but it's not on. Then we have all of these. These are the scissors. We have these little bodices or whatever they call these things. And then that. And I think I'm gonna get a piece of scrap paper, these things together. And I'm gonna try to add some kind of make it look like there's some kind of a dress on there. So let me go into my 6x6 and pull out something small that I can pretty much alter. I have these little 3x4 journaling cards. They're like Prima pads. So I think I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna use one of those, and I'm just gonna try to get this to kind of be nice and firm for me, and then hold what I do with them. So I'm gonna put these off to the side for now. Pop these things off like scissors. They're so delicate. I'm gonna see what I do with those. Where's my glue? So getting my embellishment glue, and then I'm gonna get my piece of paper to, whoops, embellish this however I can. And I'm going with like a pink and gold kind of theme here. Um, that's most of like what I'm incorporating into this is just things that are a little bit pink, a little bit gold. Has like pops of color inside of each little box. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab that has maybe this one. It's got some kind of text to it. I'm gonna cut a piece of this off. So I want this part to be at the top. So let me cut that part out. Just see. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. No, there are many things I do not have in my arsenal, Tanya. Usually I just paint, with metallic paint because that's what I do have is metallic paints out the yin yang. On a metallic type paper, I just paint it. So this is pretty much gonna give me the top of the dress form for her. And I kept the cute little image with the butterfly because it kind of goes in theme with um, the butterflies and just the things that I'm adding in here. Part of it. And then what I'm gonna do is that to the bottom of this, I'm gonna pleat some paper. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet it and I'm gonna spritz this with a little bit of paper and get it nice and crinkly. And then get this paper nice and soft. And then I'm just gonna kind of fold it in and fold it out. Using a fan. And then I'm gonna cut this because it's kind of long. So me somewhat of a wavy situation. Did This right here, I'm actually gonna fold it in so that I don't have that kind of little edge just kind of sitting there. And this up, but what should I ink it up with? Where are my inks? There's some. I'm gonna ink it up with black, I guess. I'm gonna leave this there only because it'll help me to have something to anchor the skirt to and glue it in. Glue this there. This part right here, I'm gonna get a little bit of gold and just dab it in gold. Hello, darling. How are you? Um, just gonna use a little bit of this champagne ice, and this is kind of gold, but champagne, so it's very pale. And this is metallic luster. I'm just gonna put a little bit just to give it that metallic look. And then when I put this on, that look, and I'm gonna finish off uh, the bottom with the buttons, like French. Quite like that. All right, so I have this, this, and this. Now I'm gonna glue this on. This down right here because it might be a little too long. Little shape, and it's a little longer than I need it to be, which is fine. What I want to do is kind of flatten these top parts out a little bit. I am going to turn my glue gun on so that I can conjoin these two pieces. Hold these in neat overall. And I like it because it's got like the little line from the edge of the cardstock, from the edge of the design. It's got that little line right there. Uh, Perfect for what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna have glue this a better judgment, but hopefully I added it fit enough. I'm gonna make sure that these are kind of that they cut one out shorter than the other. And then I'm gonna try to pinch these onto here. Trying to flatten these out so it doesn't look too crazy. I might not need all of this, but Better safe than sorry. Then I'll add some kind of bling or something on there. Um, I'm kind of squeezing these in this top edge because it's just so bulky. I'm trying to, oh, it broke apart. I'll just use the one then. It's not meant to be. Here we go. And here goes nothing. I'm spreading it out at the same time. But the appearance of some kind of a skirt in the workings here. So now I have this little piece right there. The one I would, but I'm only gonna make the one, and then these are gonna go in the background where this is gonna be placed at. And these are gonna get glued onto the wall, like if they're hanging from there, like how we hang our scissors in our craft rooms. How are you holding up, darling? Because I know it must have been a very rough couple of days for you. I'm gonna get some twine and wrap up some twine as the dress. Oh, when you have everything there. Hi, Jackie. So kind of like so. I know it's so hard. It'll get to a place where it doesn't hurt as much. Although the pain will never truly go away, point where it doesn't hurt you so much and you can just smile when you think of all the good things, you know? Would want you to be as happy as you possibly could be at this point in time. I feel very bad to know that you, even though I know that it's hard not to. But my heart goes out to you. I don't know what it's like, but I think we all cross that path sooner or later. I have your strength when I do. Anytime soon, because you know, we never want those days to come. Never, never want those days to come. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this here. Just attach this here. So we have our cute little dress. Let me find a teeny little flower. What do I have here? This, oh, a little butterfly. No, it's not teeny enough. Thing looks huge in front of that. But maybe I can do a little flat back. Maybe a little gold flat back. Flat back right here. Hi, Joyce. I think my little dress form is done for the most part. So I think that'll look cute. that'll look cute enough there. Let me go ahead and just these little pieces here. I'm gonna turn this glue gun off again. It's running amok. And I'm gonna glue these other ones together and force them. And this one look a little pregnant. So I don't know if that's just the way they look. Or maybe she's a stand for like maternity clothes. Or maybe that's just my because it's sideways. So my brain is like pregnant. I called it. So let's see. And we have that. So we have that, that, and that. And maybe I can even add like a little fan. But that's a waste. Right here. Let's see. Flat back for that piece too. Gonna add a little. This is like a. I want to say blue, but okay. I'm gonna add the little blue one on that one, and I'm gonna color those in some different colors now. So I'm gonna make this a brighter gold. I'm gonna see. Okay. Things for me are so much easier, I think, now, flow wise, now that I have space, than it used to be before. I was kind of going crazy. Everything was just like all over the place. Find anything when I wanted to find it, intensify that up more. I want this to be really metallic looking, vibrant in that background. Making sure I get all the little nooks and crannies. Bulb today. So hopefully the light is better than it was before, but I only have the one lighting because I just have so many things hooked up electronically speaking in my room. Handle another electrical item being plugged in, and this is like a lamp that I have here. I have my regular bulb behind me. Thinking I might just change my regular bulbs to daylight bulbs. I think they're a little brighter. That'll do it. See how shiny that is? And then I'm gonna do the same thing for just to kind of tiki them up a little bit. Me too. Yeah, I'm super, super excited. Excited, and she could get her mind off of things for a little while and, mental vacation with us and have some laughs. I want you guys to make her laugh off of things. I use the dry wax instead so that I don't warp the paper, risk damaging it. So that's all buttered up. And what's this? I need to clean my finger real quick. At least get some of the chunks off because this thing spreads. It spreads. Is it quiet? Can you guys hear me? We need you to laugh for a little while, Jackie. Just for a while, so you can relieve the stress on the brain. You know. I know it's hard, but something of something. Nobody's talking. Everybody got quiet. Or you guys out of existence. Quiet. Everybody got quiet. Nobody talking, singing, talking, quiet. Andy's cooking. Now let's see. So we got three pieces that can go already in one spot, and I'm gonna little perfume box. So let's glue this baby together. Jackie's with Brandy. Taking notes. So let's see here. All right. So we got a little perfume bottle. Good to go. We good to go. What's the funniest movie you guys can see 1,000 times and never get bored of? Like your top two or three, if you want, of the funniest movies that you guys have ever seen. That it could be 10 years from now and you'll watch it and still laugh. Rat Race is one of them. I find it super duper hilarious with the narcoleptic guy that keeps falling asleep in the middle of the race and somehow he manages to make it to the end first. I just thinking about that movie, it just makes me laugh so hard. Um, like when am I up there? My husband always uses that movie like to make me laugh. When I'm not talking to him, like he'll just play it up in there with the interim kind of conversation, trying to smooth things out. So let's see. Um, I think I don't want to add silver into this, but let me see if I find some coral. I find my pink. There it is. I got some pink, some polished coral. I think I'm gonna use that. Really, Brandy? You don't have a movie that just like crack up when you see it? I can't. I'd be a hot mess. I'd be laughing so hard. That movie gets to me every single time. My kids look at me like I'm retarded. They're like, "What's wrong with you? Why you keep laughing at that movie?" I can't help it. I'm gonna stamp this a little bit with that. I'm gonna stamp it with a different image. Let me see if I find a little butterfly or something that I can stamp that bottle with. Where are my butterflies? Let's see. Mm, I have all my stuff all labeled, you guys. You should be so proud of me right now. I know that one with Adam Sandler. It's funny too. I just have a very weird, I guess, birds maybe. I'm gonna add that little bird in there. The little bird will be will look cute just to give it something different. Now, where do I find a block? Here it is. Perfume is called Two Doves. There we go. Put in the little stumpy box. So this is called Two Doves by Elemental Designs. Really brandy. Oh man, quite a few of them actually that I'm just every single time they always got me. It always gets me. Not the champagne. Let me get the gold. Put some gold. Decorate that little bottle now. I'm gonna get a textured stamp texture to that to some of those little areas. Little. I have the world's longest skirt on today, and it is literally getting wrapped up with everything. I'm gonna use stamp right here to put that on there and stamp this, ink this up again. This is one of the eBay stamps, but it has a really cute design. So I'm gonna use that. It's got a nice natural curve to it, and I'm gonna use that to my advantage because it's heart shaped. The top. So also the tassel part. A nice kind of edge to it. And it's got a nice little edge to it. Something different. And where's the ink? You could do this with a marker if you wish, but I'm just gonna rub it straight on there like so. All right, I'm wasting too much time on that one little spot, on that one little piece. In my hand and proceed. And I'm gonna start adding some of these things in there already. And I'm gonna start gluing some in and just kind of seeing what happens. Sprayed myself. Yes, Jackie? Okay. We got this, and this. I got my thing on now. I'm gonna see where I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna start kind of gluing in some of these elements, see where they're gonna go. I'll go up there. These three can kind of go there. And this little scissor, I'm gonna mount it. I'm gonna mount it on something. Mount it on. You brought some wood chips out here, Carmen. Where did you put them? Chips, Carmen, where did you put them? This is gonna go right in here. Right here. Right here. Let's see. I have this. This is one of the wood chips that I did that day. So I think I'm gonna mount it like so on one of these and kind of just put that in there. So it's not gonna be too busy, but it should be fine. It should be fine. And then just start gluing some of these things in here. Then I'm gonna mount that. So let's see if I can get you guys to somehow see what the heck it is I'm doing. Let's see. Paste. We'll put this right there. There we go. So that you guys can see, hopefully, of what I'm doing. Isn't Comedy Central. Okay. I'm gonna do this. My heat gun is not hot enough yet. To see. And then I'm gonna add some of the bigger embellishments on some of the other parts. This little blue bottle guy, he's gonna stay kind of like right in there. And see how that kind of goes. See. Maybe if I get a rubber one instead. There we go. I think what I'm gonna do with this little thing here, actually, should fly, don't bother me. Should fly, don't bother me. That's some glitter on there. That'll work. Who is calling me? Woman standing in there. What? I need a woman standing where? You mean like get a die I have? But she's gonna cover up a lot of the boxes. She's really big. Let me see if I can find a black marker quick enough. Sure did. What line is that quote from? I'll be a huckleberry. Nope, I have no idea. In one of the spots. Is oh you, I don't think I have a well I do, but I don't really like it. What I do have, I mean, I could get stamped images. Let's see. Um, lost there. All right, I'm gonna have to just glue it all like so. I'm gonna add these little scissors in there like so. She's got her little scissor that says this shop is open for business. Stay up a little bit better. Prima, but I think that might be too large. Ones, but I don't know if they necessarily fit the theme. Now, I don't have other primas. I have other people things. What you may call it. This is gonna go on the side. She's gonna go in the center, and the thing's gonna go on the top. So this is gonna go on the side. Kind of glue this right there. So this is gonna go like on the side right there, and uh, maybe I can use one of these, one of these paper clips, not paper clips, clothespins, to kind of glue that on so that I can have some kind of dimension here. Maybe I can glue this onto this and then glue this onto this. So she's not standing around, but she's not like on the background itself. Kind of like her there. It's it. And then I'm just gonna glue this to that background there. So now she's kind of dimensional. Off. and then I can pop this on the thing itself, and maybe I'll find a nice little sentiment that I could put over that. The theme is pink. Pink. No, I don't. That's it. Oh, other stuff, and then there's so much other stuff I don't have. Okay, what the heck is going on with the phone? Phone is going crazy. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh. So we have that. We have that. I don't know about this perfume bottle. I might just give this to you and the little extra um pack of stuff. I don't know about using these little leads either. Um, I can add some bling on there. Some bling on there. Hello, hello. So I'm thinking maybe I'll add some of this blingage sparkle to the room. Drab. Maybe up there. And add some smaller ones. My little box stopper is not doing much at stopping the box. Okay. You know, there's a time and a place for nails. Time and places for nails. So let's see. Trying to see what else I can add. I wish I had even smaller ones. Maybe some gold. Ooh, some gold. Let's see if I can get this little package of flat packs out of here. Poor little package of flat packs. Just all over the place. I want to use the little small ones. They're all stuck to each other. So hard with my nails to do this, and my nails not even that long. This is so sad. Come on, little things, get on there. They're so cute, but they're so annoying. Let's see, that one there. I don't want to put those big ones. Okay, with like medium size to give it a little bit of sparkle while it's in there. Maybe one more, and then I'm done with this for now. Hmm, where will you go? I think you're needed somewhere to break right here. So you see it's, I could put my finger back there. Can't take that off of there. I'm gonna go, I don't wanna go adding too much into too many of the spots. I think that these little clothespins are gonna help me out a lot off of them. But I think that it'll help me to kind of stick things and not have it be also they're kind of sticking out. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this and this like a stand. I'm gonna glue that one standing up. I cut off all my. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna glue this part here of the paper clip so that it's kind of um, so it's kind of just sticking out, but kind of floating like a floating heart. That's the goal if I can get enough glue in here. Okay. So I'm gonna let that dry. That's gonna be that, and then I'm gonna start getting some chunkier pieces of laces. I still don't even know what I'm gonna add in the other openings, you guys. I'm so like at a loss right now. I have a pink frame. This can go somewhere. But where? I don't know. Oh wait, I bought some things today at the pharmacy. You know, I used to gripe about my mom buying these earrings when she used to go to the pharmacy. Yeah, they're gonna help me out tons. But I got these beautiful pair of earrings that are now gonna become part of this oscar sauce. And I try to get ones that I can make more than one thing out of, like eBay or whatever, and probably get like a whole bag of these. But I figured for the timeline, the time crunch, that I can pretty much use these. Isn't that pretty? And I can just pretty much dismantle these, use these on here. So these are gonna be part of my jewel accent pieces on here. Let me just find my little baggie. Should have Ken and Barbie up there. You're so right. They look like they will be right at home. Let's get some pink tulle out. Maybe some of these too. little baggie with my tools, but I don't know where I put them. Okay, I'm gonna have to find those. I don't know where I put them. With my little pliers and stuff. So let's see. Oh, that was easy enough. Can you say cheap? Cheap, cheap. Um, we're going to figure out what to do with this or just kill somebody. That thing said pop, pop. There it goes again. Gotta put some water in your radiator. So let's see. A little teapot and teacup. Those are actually on the way, but they're not here yet. I did order those dies to cut those out, but I haven't got it yet. A little house that I might be able to stamp out and put in there. So super cute. Just hope that I can cut this off. Please don't tell me you broke. No break. Really cute. Anywhere I hang you, you're just gonna look adorable. All right, let's do the next one. I went in there today looking for hair bows. They only have brown. Oh, there we go. Only brown of those little cute clips because I saw Liz. She made some really cute embellishments with little girl hair clips, and I thought, okay, maybe I can use some of that. That will look really really cute in there. And I went to go find some, and they only have brown. I was so mad. Aisle, and I saw these, and I was like, okay, these will do. Do for now. Okay, there's something back there. Little hair come out. It's a string from or something. All right, so that's gonna go in there. It's still there. Tell me I glued it in. Suck. It's official. It is official. Everything fall down. Boom. So, because I have so much time to just waste. Let me just put those there for now. I just have to change that little storage. I have brushes galore, you guys. And I always buy more brushes because I love brushes. But it's gotten to a point that I have many brushes. And the thing is that not all of them are good. I just don't know how to throw them out. They don't all paint right. Some of them are stiff. They're so stiff. But I love my brushes. So sad. All right, so let's see. Stay there. Okay, stay. Now let's see what I have here that I might be able to use. Huh? It worked out for me? Yeah. hmm So I'm thinking I need something on these like poles. I don't know what else to do. It's gonna go somewhere. So I'm thinking, huh? Yeah, what little people? There you go, Carmen. There's a movie I can watch over and over again. Austin Powers. Oh, that one's funny too. How a pink hat made out cardstock and decorate with lace and flowers. Oh, you're a genius. I might just do that. Okay, add this in here somewhere. Um, that's a good idea. Add a little pink hat somewhere to add. Like I want to add this thing and I almost don't want to add it. Maybe I'll just go to like the floor somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for last because I might just take the whole thing apart. So I heard a little hat. So let me see if my MacGyver skills kick into play right now. Good. Put this glue gun somewhere where it's not in my way. Let me put this box to the side and see how I go about making a little hat. So, dun, dun, dun. Where is my little paper pad that I was just using? Here it is. Let me grab a sheet from in here. Something with lots of writing. This and see what I come up with. See if my mind is guiding me in the right way. I've never done this before, but we shall see. So, thinking a little cowgirl hat. So how am I gonna do this? Maybe I'll go about it a different way. Dun, dun, dun. Rhonda, did I ever tell you that you were my hero? I wish I could be better than an angel, because you are the wing beneath my wing. So I got my tube going. So I'm halfway there. I'm gonna cut this sucker in half. But let me let it dry first. Then I'm gonna see what size. I'm lost now. I need another piece of paper. You guys seen that commercial? Puppy monkey baby, puppy monkey baby, puppy monkey baby. That's what I feel like right now. Oh my god. Let me try this one. Hilarious. All right. So I think good enough. Is this one bigger? I just advertised the heck out of this pharmacy. I'm gonna cut the circle bigger. I guess it's better than smaller. Curl the edges upward. And then I have to cut out a circle up here so that I can cover this thing up. So this, and you know what's crazy? I made a huge hat. I made a 3D, like using this mixed media girl that I made. She gonna be like a cowgirl. Yeehaw! So I'm gonna curl this up. And then I'm gonna curl this even further. Like a cowgirl. Like a pin. Like a pin? I don't know. Well, howdy, partner. How's it looking over here in these parts? Thanks, Jackie. Good night, my darling. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Feel better, my sweet. Scared me. So mean. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. Oh, it tastes so good. Puppy monkey baby, puppy monkey baby. All right, so glue gun off. Hello. Ugh. You know what? Let me rough this edges up so that at least my glue, I'm gonna use regular glue, will have something to hold on to. I'm gonna figure it out because I don't know. I have to close it off somehow. So I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do now. I'll just um, close it off somehow. I don't know. It might be a little big. I think it's a little long. I think that's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit. I'm just gonna let it sit there for a few while I figure out what I'm gonna do with this top. Um, you have to Google it. It's freaking funny. I laugh at the dumbest things in life, so it's just so weird to me. And I guess maybe that's why it's funny because it's just odd. So how am I gonna do this top for this thing? I guess just a regular plain circle. Glue it on first and then just cut around it. I don't even know. I know it goes puppy monkey baby, puppy monkey baby, puppy monkey baby. Ball. Puppy monkey baby, puppy monkey baby. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. All right. So enough. Something was what? Uh, suffering succotash. Okay. So let's see. Hmm. What? Oh. Yes. Uh, cut and circle and cut slits first down like the letter L. Oh, got you. So is this big enough? No. I'm gonna need another circle. Oh, this would be nice. So okay, I don't even know. That didn't even cut out right. So I'm just gonna wing it. Because it's kind of oval shape. So I'm just gonna cut a whole bunch of slits like round this adjusted and just kind of fit it into place with some water. Maybe that'll help get some flexibility in there. So that when I go adding it in, it'll actually fit. Can't I just add fabric to this thing easier? Because this is not working. Because I didn't cut perfect circles out. That's where I messed up at. Eye shaped. So this is not working for me. Oh wow. Get the hell out of here, Tanya. Boom. I think what I'm gonna do is because it's not working for me because I messed up. And you know what the sad part about this is that I have a template because I have that I made for a hat in one of them. But I think this will do. If I can find my little, I think this will do. Here it is. There you go. Problem solved. Easy peasy. That's so messed up. That gets me so angry. Dang me. I'm gonna follow the trim that I ow 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 that I added to the hat. I mean not to the I added this little wrapping thingamabob. The name was a second ago, but I forgot it now. And I'm gonna add some little flowers. I'll probably add that little butterfly on this hat there. And it's big enough that it might just work. I'm gonna add this little trim for now. You guys, so much. I feel like it complicates my existence. Oval top hat. But thank you, Rhonda, for pushing my creativity. I appreciate that. So my little teeny hat, my little teeny hat are the butterfly stickers. Um, Come on. Don't hide from me, Argentina. That's shoddy shit right there. Thingamajig. Where are they? What are those little stickers? Where are they from? Come on. A little bit of tulle. Let me add a little bit of tulle to that. Mm, that's so sad, Tanya. It's so mean nowadays. I mean, kids were mean always, but cruel. Just kind of shredding up some tulle here to see if I can incorporate this on the hat somehow. Pretty teeny. I want it to be really small so I can add it embellishment on the hat. Okay, you that way, you come here. This thing over here. Tool right there. And then to that little bit of tool right there, I'm gonna add this big old gold piece. Because I cannot find my butterfly stickers. And that is the little cowgirl hat. And what else I'm gonna do to that is I'm gonna actually rub some of the gold, which I probably should have done that from the get-go. To try to rub it in now, but rub it in now. And hopefully um, it'll come out okay. I'm gonna be very gentle. And more so just trying to cover up a lot of those little edges. And now the fancy girl has herself some gold in her cowgirl hat. So ta-da! Hat. Can't do better than that. You might want to write to the teacher. Oh, sorry. I forgot. I forgot. Why didn't you guys tell me I did this whole hat without you guys seeing what I did? This is the little hat that I came out with. That's so messed up. I didn't know you guys couldn't see me. I forgot that I moved the thing. Mad about that. God, it's very dainty. I added gold butters everywhere. Thinking about adding a butterfly, but I'm not sure. I think for the most part, I'm just gonna leave it like that. This little piece is gonna have to go somewhere where I can put it. It's completely flat on one side, so I just pretty much glued some shapes, and then what I did is that I glued paper directly on it and I just trimmed around it because I couldn't get the shape right. Put it in there because I didn't do it with a template, so I gotta make another one. You guys, well, I can make another one. It wasn't, now that I know what to do, it wasn't that hard. That way I can stack them one on top of the other, and then I'll add the butterfly on the other. That'll work. You got all the good stuff. Alrighty. So what I did is need at least two little papers. I'm gonna use these two. Use these two. And you're gonna take one, and I'm gonna use this one to make my cone. Spray it real quick. Spray it with some water. Another piece right here that I can just use. So maybe I'll do three instead of two. So now we're gonna glue these edges up together. used regular glue on that one, but I don't want to wait too long. You might want to use regular glue. So then I pretty much cut it down to the size I want it. And I did it kind of oval shaped. And then what I did is I used, what did I cut around? Was it this? I'm trying to figure out what I cut around. I think it was this. I'm gonna make some circles here. Because I figured I could just bang out 3 hats. So I could put 3 hats in one spot. ¿Qué hora es, amor? I'm so used to starting at 6. And I'm like, oh wait, I started at 7. All right, so I'm gonna cut both of those circles out. Make 2 hats in one shot. I'll see how I figure those out. It would be cute if I could make like a hat rack. See what I come up with. Maybe I can make one out of sticks. So what's this big enough? No, I used something bigger. What the heck did I use? This won't go like that. So I can't do nothing else right now. Where's my skinny stick? And pretty much I curled the edges like so. Curl the edges. This wasn't it. So this one? Out of this one. Let me glue this in here. Got a little, this is why I don't like using this kind of glue. I'd rather use my regular school glue. That. Try to get it in as good of a position as you possibly can. I'm gonna put that just on top of that for now. Well, maybe not. Stay. I grab another piece of this. Do the same to this one. Uh, I don't think so, Brandy. I think after this, Tanya will receive a surprise. Annie's home. So, however it finishes up today, you guys are gonna have to subscribe to her channel and go check it out when she receives it. The final product actually came out. This was more so than anything just to kind of get you guys started in case you ever wanted to try to make one and you didn't have an idea. I know a lot of you guys do know how to construct these things, but just an idea of how you can pretty much come up with just different things to add in it, even though I'm have no idea what I'm doing right now. Um, how you can use scraps and just old boxes, recycled boxes, mail, just all different kinds of things that you might get in boxes, whatever you have, and you can make some really cute um, shadow boxes, even for your own personal use, like for family pictures and stuff like that. This would be a great way to kind of recycle those things. I'm gonna have a really big top hat. I'm gonna have a medium hat, and then this one. So they're, I mean, they're all kind of different sizes, bit of a different style, not too much. I'm just gonna let this kind of dry for a little bit. And I'm gonna get another piece of paper now. Well, maybe I don't need another one. Maybe I can do it with the same one. I could probably do it with the scraps of this one. And this is pretty much what I did because I couldn't figure out how to do the circle without the template. So much what I did. I just glued around the top. Do this with regular glue if you want to. A lot cleaner. And then I just glued. So once this is dry, I'll just cut around the edges. And then I'll just cover up the seam with either ribbon or something. So that's what I did with that one and the other one as well. So just kind of hot glued it and then just kind of added the top and press down and then just cut around it. Bye, Rhonda. Have a great night. Thank you so much for the help. And then pretty much like so. You might want to do a better job than me. I think this will do. It has the top covered. If you want to get fancy, then just wet that a little bit so you could dimple it in or something like that. And then maybe you could get a little fancier. And then that's it. Just cut around it. See, if I knew I was gonna probably do this, I probably would have split out and did it that way. So that's kind of how I did the hat. Nothing too big, nothing too fancy, but once they dry, they'll be good to go. The glue's still wet on the bottom for these. And then that's that. And then I'll have my three little top hats. Maybe I can construct some kind of a hat hanger that I can kind of put some little arms on it, and then I could just hang each little hat on it. So let me see if I can make something like that. And I think what I'm gonna do is this little cap that's been kind of promoting itself all over the place. I'm gonna use this little cap and use that as the base for my little coat hanger display. And here you go. This is gonna be the base for my top that I'm gonna make now. I'm just gonna cover this up with paper and lace or something. So we got that. I can't make it too long. That's gonna go right here. So I have a really long spot there. I can get and let me just kind of glue this in. Stand straight. Hopefully it does. Glue that in. Okay, I need glue sticks. What was that? You can also make a little swing. Now you guys want me to add a swing. That wouldn't be a bad idea actually. The perfect piece to do it too because I have some of those little um wood chip things that I covered up. That will make the perfect little for, and I could just add ropes to that. Genius, Liz. Thank you. This is the people's project, Tanya. The people's project over here. So I think I'm just gonna add some lace to the bottom right here. Um, on one of those smaller ones that I have there, I'm gonna add a swing set to it. It's gonna have a little bit of everything. About it is that since you've been part of the live, you can let everybody know pretty much how it was made and all the fun we had making it. Okay. So pretty much just going around it. Some trim. To me, this is like Cheerios. Every box of cereals to me is a Cheerio, and every kind of lace, regardless if it's lace, trim, or whatever. So we have that. This is the bottom. I glue it. I'm gonna make sure that I glue it with all the little frills kind of sticking out like so. Um, And then trying to see how I'm gonna do this part. This is the tricky part here. Um, where is wire when you need some? I know, I know where wire is where I need some. Where I keep my other wires. Is off to be organized. That'll work. So I think what I'm gonna do, touching each hat, I'm gonna add a little piece of wire to the hat, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. Put the hat like so. It should stay like so. So that'll work. All right, let me go decorate the hat, and then I'm gonna paint this. I'm gonna add a little bead on the top. That'll be my little. And then I'm gonna put the little hats, and that should be good to go. To decorate this marker, outline these edges. Outline these edges. And I can't believe I forgot that I had the thing flipped that way. I've done that before. Crafting. And I completely forget. I have some blingage here that I'm gonna pull into this. With this one, it just kind of outline these edges to this hat in the bottom. Little feather. I do have a little feather. Where are you, little feather? I know I saw you. Oh, I got it right there. Okay, so I got that. That's gonna go on this one. That's a little big. So let me trim this down. What? Isn't that gonna look so cute? Girl, those are hidden gems right there. Look at that. And I got myself a beautiful feather that I'm gonna about to use in the morning. You guys know what I mean. The itis come out. So now I need to get my little trim. Where is my little trim that I was using? Here it is. And add the little trim to this here. For it, but all somehow the same. The only thing that I have left to do as far as organizing is concerned is separate like all my fabric stuff that just has like everything there. And from looking for stuff, I've messed that whole drawer up. It used to be organized at one point, I think I gotta do a better job of organizing it out. So that's the only thing that I have left to kind of really do. And then I'll be done with the organizing for now. So that's a good thing. That's that. So I added my little bit of this little thing here. It'd be kind of like the front of the hat. And I'm gonna add a little feather to it like so. And I'm gonna add a little butterfly to that. But I'm gonna before I even go to that step, keep adding the gold to pretty much everything. This is burnished brass. This is not gold. It's right in front of me. So, and I'm just gonna try to catch a little rim around it. And I'm adding some in the top too, just to kind of cover the whole thing up a little bit. A little similar, but they're not all the same. Where is that little brush that I was using earlier? Just want the teeniest little bit of my paint. Gotta have at least one pink hat in there. Now tell me this is not gonna look adorable. Take it sometimes. Things just happen. Thank you, Rhonda, for this wonderful idea. I've never made a little miniature hat like that before. Isn't that adorable? Doesn't it just scream out Pink Mad Hatter? Umbrella wear. With this? Hell, girl, hell. Pink off by adding this little blue, blue, just touch to this. Oh my god! It's so stinking cute. Now, Tanya, I don't know if this is gonna go in your box. These things are adorable. Oh Lord, I can't. I can't right now. That's just too adorable. Oh, this I gotta take pictures of this for the gram. Just too dang cute. I can't take it. Do I should I do three or two should be enough, right? Two should be enough. Let's see how I do this thing now so that I can get this on here. Let me paint this thick gold. I gotta get into the habit of doing things, these projects for me first, and then I can do this for somebody else. Because girl, if I would have known this was gonna come out as cute as it is coming out, it's gonna be such sweet sorrow. Adding the gold butters to my little stands here. I know I can't help it because it's like you do something for the first time, right? And you really doubt, like, this is gonna look terrible. Honestly, I be doing things and I don't want to say that I be faking a funk, but there's always that little part of you that just thinks like it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. To actually have it work, it's just like what? I just can't. I can't take it. Girl, you good to go. Thank you, thank you. Because if I can figure out a way to do it, I'll do it. I to do the hair like she told me, but I was reading, it was already too late. I had already started. So I couldn't backtrack and then try to fix it because my shape was already not a circle. It was more of like an eye shape. Like if you see all my hats look like the eye shape. It's just so I couldn't backtrack in order to be like, oh, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So, but I think it still worked out. Able to salvage it. Okay. I like to build a little bridge around it so that it actually becomes like a little holder for it because right off. So now I gotta figure out a way to kind of have this hat and this thing is standing up right. The fabric probably messing with my head. Like you better stand up. If it's a little crooked, girl, it's okay, right? It's hat me. Welcome, darling. That's this for my Francis. I love this little hat though. Oh my god, I love it 100 more times than this one. Put a feather on this one too. I think it will look super cute with a feather, but only the pink feather. So I don't know. All right, so figure out a way to add. I gotta add some kind of arms. So let me cut off some of this wire. See how I do this. No. All right, so I'm gonna add the hats first, and then I'm gonna probably add this, these little thingamajigs. So I'm gonna add the hats arm things that I made here, and I made them kind of wide so that I can lay the hat flat on it. That way, if we gotta move it up or down, um, kind of move it up or down without hopefully affecting too much of the goal. Now, where are you going? You could go traveling. Stay right there. Um, it's that little square. Come here, little square. Around the foot, it does, right? Ain't nobody throwing dollars over here trying to go around the pole. It's got a little bit of movement to it. I'm about to freeze it up in 1 minute because I'm about to glue a butterfly onto it. A little hat rack. Put it any way you want to. Eyes in the go. So let's see how this glues on and then from there. But that's my little hat rack. We'll find out, Brandy. I always do the math at the end, which is the worst thing you can do. I don't recommend that to nobody because I honestly don't know if it's gonna fit in here, and that would really suck if it did because I just spent a half an hour. So, um, I'm gonna bug out right now. It doesn't fit. How can I? Not letting it go too much in. It's the only option I have is by keeping it somewhere on the outside. It would have fitted in there. Taking this out and putting this in there. Let's see. Dress form's not that big, so I can actually add that dress form anywhere. Damage. Rain. Yay, they heard my prayers. Whoa, whoa, they heard my prayers. Whoa, whoa, they heard my prayers. Yeah, yeah, they heard my prayers. Prayers. Because I was able to save it. What, what? Okay. I think one hat was enough. I'm so glad I didn't do two. I think that's perfect right there. Better than that, I think that's good right there. That's how she gonna go. Oh, it's right in there. Better than this one. Can't move nothing else. Thank God I Mod Podge everything. Okay, I can't. I can't. That flower pot is not moving. So, um, you know what? Let me take this butterfly off. Cumbersome for what we're trying to achieve. I think it's getting in my way. And let me wrap this umbrella this way. You hear me say umbrella? I'm gonna wrap this that way, make it smaller, and make this one kind of like so. And then I'll just add that to fix it up. Can't even see this hat. Now that's annoying. Something's gotta give here. I'm trying to fit. Maybe I can just add this one hat. What do you guys think? Gluing this one to the wall and just leaving this one on here. Leaving the one hat on there. I think that will look better. What do you guys think? On there. And then gluing this one to one of the walls on the side or something. I'll just give it to Tanya in a little extra, um, the little goodie bag. The butterfly can go on the base of the core rag. She can put one hat on the base and then add the butterfly to the second hook. That's a good idea too, but I cut the hook off. I cut the hook off. I did. I cut the hook off. Wait, it's gonna go like this. I'm just gonna glue that in place for now. I think that I'm gonna leave it there. Um, what I'll do is I'll find a way to cover up wiring. I'm gonna put this kind of like off right here on the side and leave this hat kind of pop it out since it's got the cute little feather. Love it, love it. Dress form on the side, which I can do nothing about. Um, I'll add this little dress form here on the bottom, I think. So what I'll do Where is one of my other charms? Come and take hat off and put the hat on the floor and put the other one like it is new. This one, like so. You guys can see that or not. I'm so happy I mod patched this thing. That's the only reason it didn't rip the paper off the background. So pretty much like that, right? Keep put this one on the floor. That's no rhyme or reason for being there. Well, from the bottom, you're gonna be able to see a little bit of that stuff. I'm trying to up because you can see all the wiring and everything that I'm no longer using on here. Okay, little hat. Now you're giving me problems. Okay, I take it back. Put this in the bottom, made it look like some kind of tool. The little darling, the little oh, dangling trim. This. Let me cover the rest of this thing in gold, just so that I don't have all that white stuff everywhere, because it's driving me crazy. All the peeled paper. All right, so I'll go there and I'm fine with it. All right, so we have that. And then you see something about trim? Add the little dangling from the edge of the so. So I have that down. So we have the little hats. Those are good to go. We glue on this butterfly somewhere around here. That I made. If it'll stay, because now I don't even know if it'll stay. Let's see if it'll stay. Cute little lace flower thing. Oh, this? Okay. I'm just looking to see what else I have that I can use. I'm mentally, I think. I don't know if I have anything else I can add in here. Maybe I can add this if I can get all this tape off. What I don't packaging. Let me see if I find a little bird cage. I've already passed 10 o'clock mark. I have another little package. There it is. I have another little bird cage add in here. But I don't want to just add a bird cage with no bird. I don't know. I think I'm at my brain is at capacity right now. I am starting to fry. My thoughts are starting to go into overdrive because I'm literally running on blank right now. I am not sure what I'm going to do. More to add to this for sure. And I gotta fix this butterfly. It's too cute to let go. Um, I have a few more compartments, and I think what I'm gonna do is that on this one here in the bottom, top, this around properly. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is some spot here and maybe somewhere up here on the top. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna print them out. I'm gonna look for some really cute ones that I think will fit the bill. I'm gonna add some fat laces or thicker lace trims that I feel would yes, my brain is like duh at this point in time. It's a lot of work. Tanya, you and your challenge. It's definitely a lot of work. But it's worth it. I know it's going to use, so that's a good thing. For the most part. So I'm gonna add some images to two of the cubbies. This one I think is where I'm gonna add my. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do my swing real quick. Swing here, because it's nice and long, so I can just have that kind of swing in here on this spot here. And hopefully the chipboard that I have, the wood chip that I have, is nice. It's not too big for that. Put that there, and then I'm gonna glue a little birdie back here in the background that I'm gonna paint in gold. I have a little birdie there. Then the rest of it, I think it's just gonna be embellishment. So I'm gonna add some image, some image. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. This one's kind of tiny, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there either. But I'll see what I figure out. Or maybe I'll put a small image up or some kind of a phrase. I think that's what I'll do. I'll put some kind of a sentiment on here. Sentiment that can go on one of these or on the smaller one. I can find one. And then I'll add two images, a nice sentiment. I'll add my swing here, and then I just have the one little spot to worry about, which not with that. So hopefully this heart is nice and high up now. Let me see. Um, I just need one that'll fit in there. Hopefully I can find one that'll fit. If not, I'll make one out of chipboard. So this is gonna be the one because I don't know. I do not know if the chip. I think that the wood chip that I have is too long. At this with there, I think that's way too long for that one. Okay, open up. I can't even open up a package at this point in time. Girl, you know how big that tree die cut is? Literally, it wouldn't fit on there. Just the limbs alone are humongous. I think I'm probably gonna fold that chipboard over and use that one. So let me just assemble that real quick. And let's see. I mean, I'm gonna try to roll it out first so that I don't over. I think this is what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna get twine. Twine. Where is the twine? I have a long enough piece here. That's not long enough. Let me get my bag. So I am going to there it is. I'm gonna glue this here in the center. This down. So let me cut that down because I want to make sure it's not too thick in there. It's in the center here. Boom. Okay, so that's not going to work. So let's do this. And then roll. It's a sticker. Lord help me. Okay. Okay. My lovelies. I see what it does. Because I am literally at capacity at this point in time. I feel burnt out. So this needs to have at least four. So I'm gonna do put one in the front and one in the back because it looks like it's gonna just topple over like so. So I'm gonna do this like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and make it so that it's like this, spaced out. Maybe I could even add some beads to this. So I might just add some beads to this to kind of keep them from folding over. And then I'm gonna decorate this, and I think that that'll be set. I think that that'll look cute. I think with that, you guys, I have somewhat of an idea of what to do. I am going to allow you guys to enjoy the rest of your evenings. I'm gonna stand up and stretch around for a little bit. And I will definitely, I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the pictures of this project as it moves along. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then you'll just have to check out Tanya's channel and see it when she receives it, which I hope to have it finished within a couple days and mailed out to you. You'll definitely have it before the 25th. What's today? Oh, I'm running out of time. So you'll have it soon. You'll have it soon. I'm working on it. So I'm gonna hopefully have it finished by tomorrow at the latest. Tuesday at the latest, I'm gonna have it finished, and hopefully by Wednesday, Thursday at the latest, I'll have it mailed out. Got it. Thank you guys so much as usual for spending an awesome couple hours with me. Up with so much creative ideas. Some progress, not as much progress as I would have liked to have made, but definitely some progress, which is good to go. And yes, I will catch you guys in the next one.